It's an everyday thing. It's an everyday thing. It's an everyday thing when you let your nuts hang.
That's all I said. But I was proud because first time it ever happened. And now I'm bringing prices down 600%, 700%, 900%, 200%. So I can't believe I actually had a news conference to sell. That's all.
Trump claims Americans will be paid when they buy groceries. The prices of gas, now I'm bringing it down 600, 700, 900, 200. I don't know where he should have started with 200, then 600, 700, 900, but whatever. Because it probably went up, then it went back down. Price of food ain't going down. Actually, I went to the dollar store and I bought a cart, a 12 pack of eggs. Was it 12 eggs? How many eggs come in a cart? 12. I bought a carton of eggs for like $3. I mean, if you're considering the $5 it cost last year or earlier this year, yeah.
Donald Trump now wants to pay himself $230 million with taxpayer money. And specifically, he's demanding that the Justice Department pay him that amount as compensation for criminally investigating him in the past. And the people who get to decide whether or not he gets that money, they're some of his closest allies and only now have their jobs because of him. But with that said, this all goes back to before Donald Trump became president again, when he reportedly submitted 2 complaints known as administrative claims. So those are technically not lawsuits, but if the Justice Department rejects one, the person who filed the claim will often then decide to bring a lawsuit. Though in this case, it seems unlikely to come to that. But as far as the details, Trump submitted the first claim in late 2023, seeking damages for a number of reported violations of his rights, including the FBI and special counsel investigation into Russian election meddling and alleged connections to his 2016 campaign. He then submitted the second complaint in the summer of 2024, accusing the FBI of violating his privacy by searching Mar-a-Lago for classified documents 2 years earlier. And he also accused the DOJ of engaging in what he called malicious prosecution by charging him with mishandling those records.
Wait, didn't they find classified documents at Mar-a-Lago? So it's not like they didn't find nothing. They found a lot of everything, just scattered around all Mar-a-Lago in his offices. So, I mean, you got found guilty, right?
Records after he left office. But of course now the DOJ is Trump's DOJ. And according to the department's manual, settlements of claims of more than $4 million must be approved by the Deputy Attorney General or Associate Attorney General. And the current Deputy Attorney General is Todd Blanche, who, if you do not know, not only served as Trump's lead criminal defense lawyer, but also said at his confirmation hearing that his attorney-client relationship with Trump wasn't ending. Right? And then the person who would be considered the current Associate Attorney General, that is the chief of the department's civil division, Stanley Woodward Jr., and he represented Trump's co-defendant in the classified documents case, and he also represented a number of other Trump allies, including current FBI Director Kash Patel. And with all of this, you have Trump, if not giving specifics, at least acknowledging his claims for compensation, saying,
I don't know what the numbers are. I don't even talk to them about it. All I know is that they would owe me a lot of money, but I'm not looking for money. I'd give it to charity or something. I would give it to charity, any money. But look, what they did, they rigged the election. And as you know, we had, in one case, 60 Minutes had to pay us a lot of money. George Slobodanopoulos had to pay us a lot of money, and they already paid. They paid me a lot of money because what they did was wrong.
But then also, in addition to that, he seemingly acknowledged the inherent conflict of interest here, even admitting that it would ultimately be his decision.
Now, with the country, it's interesting because I'm the one that makes the decision, right? And, that decision would have to go across my desk. And it's awfully strange to make a decision where I'm paying myself. In other words, did you ever have one of those cases where you have to decide how much you're paying yourself in damages? But I was damaged very greatly, and any money that I would get, I would give to charity.
Now, with all that said, it is unclear how serious Trump really is about getting this money. But also, I'll say, notably, if or when he does, we might not even know about it because the Justice Department doesn't specifically require a public announcement when settlements are made for administrative claims. Isn't that so fun? Isn't that so cool? Honestly, at this point, I'm almost just impressed. Who knew that everything that I thought I understood about politics was just being propped up by popsicle sticks? Donald Trump.
Oh, man. And now, so basically what he said is they could reach a settlement and don't even have to tell the American people, just go about it. So we just have to hear from the White House press, who won't even release any information to the press. They're going to filter what they put out there. And what news has been dry for the last all week long. News has been dry since all the press in the Pentagon have left. Since all the press have left, there is no one to give us the news. It's dry as hell, and we only get what people are, what the White House is putting out, and they ain't putting out nothing. But boy, if y'all thought it was propaganda and dictatorship, y'all just wait. We almost there.
Well, I've got to give Donald Trump credit for one thing. He managed to surprise me with the amount of grifting that he does on a daily basis. Apparently, he is demanding that the Department of Justice pay him almost $250 million, $230 million in total, for all of the previous investigations that they've launched into him under the Biden administration. And get this, the people who would approve this are people he appointed to the Justice Department who defended him during those investigations. So it goes without saying that there is no precedence for this whatsoever, but just imagine President of the United States, who's made billions of dollars since he was president, that he lost, he made billions then, and is making money now through crypto and all these other corrupt things that no one's going to investigate. He wants $230 million of your money, your taxpayer money, to basically solve some grievance that he has. Imagine what $230 million would do for SNAP benefits. How many hungry kids could we feed? Or how many families could we keep on their health insurance? Or a whole host of other things. And instead, he wants $250 million to go in his back pocket. This is proof that Donald Trump is president of the United States for himself, to make himself rich. If you don't believe that, I don't know what to tell you. But $230 million in his back pocket when he's made billions off of being president, this guy is literally the worst.
Yeah, but let's go to the poll. Let's go to the poll. The poll says, is it okay for Trump to decide to pay himself $230 million in compensation? America has spoken, with 72% voting no with 306 votes. I mean, y'all got it, people. Listen. Now, tomorrow we will go, we're going to do a deep dive into what Republicans are saying about this. We're going to deep dive into Fox News, every right-wing commentator or social media influencer, every one of them, just to see what they have to say about Donald Trump taking $230 billion of taxpayers' money, because he's taking it. I don't give a damn if he say he giving it to charity. The fact that he takes it is enough for me to say, like, this is not right. Mind you, the government is still shut down, and you got people about to be losing a lot of stuff, losing their shorts.
Can I just go back to one thing on the small business side? Because my mom is in a small business. She imports from Canada. We've talked about this many times. It's uncomfortable. It's not been pleasant. Her pricing has gone up. Regardless of what's been instituted or not, the anticipation of it has the suppliers bringing the prices up. Can I just go back to one thing on the small business side? Because my mom is in a small business. She imports from Canada. We've talked about this many times. It's uncomfortable. It's not been pleasant. Her pricing has gone up. Regardless of what's been instituted or not, the anticipation of it has the suppliers bringing the prices up. Can I just go back?
Now, this is a guest on Fox News, is admitting, like, small businesses, mind you, I got a small business. I got a turkey leg truck. Now, when I first got into selling turkey legs, this was during the government shutdown, mind you. I'm tripping. During the pandemic. The pandemic is when I started my food truck. The price of my turkey legs was like $30 for a case. $30 for a case. I sell my turkey legs at $15 a piece. I was like, great, this is amazing. Not even a few months into me owning my food truck, the case of turkey legs went to $70. And I'm like, damn. By the next year, they was like $86. I was spending around $80 to $90. This year, I'm spending $107 for 14 to 15 turkey legs. My price is still the same. I haven't raised my prices. In fact, I've had to change my business model. So I was like, man, how am I going to be able to still make turkey legs and keep them affordable? Because damn, if I raise my turkey leg price to $25, because since I've started, the price has went up drastically. At the beginning, I was making a hell of a profit. I was like, oh my God, this is real. I could get this. But then now it's like, I don't even know if I want to do this no more. Like, it's not, I got to raise the price to $25 for a turkey leg. And you got people out here starving. People like, man, I don't want to pay $20 for a turkey leg, but y'all go to the fair and spend on that dry ass turkey leg. But a small business like myself, I can't raise my prices even though I'm paying the same price as these big businesses. I don't get it. Like, it's hard out here for a person to start a small business. Right now is probably not the best time to start a small business, unfortunately. And but guess who's gonna win? Walmart, the big consumers, the big market people, they gonna win. Small businesses, you're not gonna win this fight right now. Sit it out. Let the market crash and then try to build off of that. But right now, your ass gonna go broke trying to start a business.
As of November 1st, China will have about 155% tariff put on it. And I don't think it's sustainable for them, so I want to be nice to China. But China's been very rough with us over the years because we had presidents that weren't smart from a business standpoint. Some were good politicians, some weren't even good politicians, but they allowed China to take advantage of us and every other country.
So this says Donald Trump will have a 155% tariff on China, but it'll be the U.S. citizens. We will take on that. We will take on that. Just wait.
Did you know you're actually paying for Trump's tariffs twice? And I'm going to talk about soybeans here. I know. Stay with me, though. So here's what's happening with the Chinese tariffs. Tariffs hit 145% on Chinese goods, but American companies pay the tariffs, not China, and then the American companies pass that cost on to you. And economists have found that consumers bear almost 95% of tariff costs through higher prices. That's strike one. Now, meanwhile, China has completely stopped buying American soybeans. I told you I'd get there. Zero, zilch, not a single shipment since May. Last year, China bought $12.5 billion worth of soybeans from the Americans. That's half of all U.S. soybean exports. Now farmers are drowning. It costs them about $11.
He told y'all how y'all gonna pay it twice. Well, listen. These tariffs is costing us. China is killing us. And then he raising it up to 155% of whatever it is right now. Hey, man, I don't know where y'all been at. But, Trump our president, Trump 2028. And while we ain't even going to have enough money to put gas in our tanks to go to the polls.
A bushel, but they're
Come on now.
They're only getting about $9 per bushel, so they're literally losing money on every soybean crop grown in America. Farm bankruptcies are the highest they've been since 2021. So, where's China buying their soybeans from? Brazil. They exported about 2.5 billion bushels to China this year alone. And Argentina, too. If you're paying close attention, you know that we bailed out Argentina lately with $20 billion in aid, and they immediately turned around and sold massive amounts of soybeans to China, which China would have been buying from us. Wait, there's more. Now the United States government is planning another $10 to $14 billion American farmer bailout using our tax dollars. We already gave American farmers $10 billion in March. That's your tax dollars. That's strike two. So you're paying higher prices at the store for tariffs, and you're funding bailouts to American farmers who are hurting from the tariffs And China is just buying from South America instead of American farmers. And then what happens? Well, we permanently lose the soybean market. So comment below. Does it make sense? Or wait, what? If you need me to explain who's actually winning here, I will. Spoiler, it's Brazil, Argentina, and China. Not U.S. farmers, not U.S. taxpayers. You can follow me, Sue O'Connell. I'm a commentator, and you can watch me on NBCBoston.com or YouTube.com/NBC10Boston.
Day and night. For some women, it can start working in as quick as 1 week.